Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Beth, if you are new here, and I like to talk about music. And today we are back with Madonna for Ray of Light live on Oprah back in 1998. Another very old performance, another very blurry video, but I'm expecting it to still be enjoyable. If Bad Girl and Fever live on SNL were any indication, she does not need high quality footage in order to make an impact. Even just the blurry speck of Madonna got me crying during the Bad Girl performance. So I'm expecting this to still be very powerful. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm sick. That's the reason I've been getting so many videos up in the last couple days, is because I just have nothing better to do and I just love making content. So thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm just having so much fun with this series, and it's just another day, another joyous adventure with Madonna. Love this song. This is probably one of my all-time favorite Madonna songs, I must say. It's just one of those songs that takes you on a galactic adventure every single time. I don't know what type of magic fairy dust she decided to put in this track, but it's definitely full of something. And I'm really curious to see how she's gonna represent it live, because it's gotta be a really hard song to sing, especially with all the production elements and all the galactic sound effects and stuff. Like, I imagine that it's hard to sing. Apparently even Oprah's gonna be shook by this performance. But without further ado, let's get in to Ray of Light live on Oprah. Quicker than a ray of light, she's flying. All right, I'll shut up now and she can sing. I do not know if this is the most high quality version, so please forgive me if it's not, but when someone told me this was an Oprah performance, I pictured Oprah as she is now, not remembering that this is obviously back in 1998. She looks like a little baby.
We're a little excited, just a little bit excited. Thank you. Let's get started. Because it was about a year and a half ago when I first met Madonna!
That's how you announce her, yep.
She was a brand new mom, just beginning to discover how much her baby would change her life. And now they're calling her the new Madonna, the material girl turned spiritual girl. She's found true love for the very first time and says she feels like her life is starting over. Her new CD, Ray of Light, has been described as extraordinary, deeply personal, and her most daring work yet. Yep. Here to perform live for the first time, the title track, Ray of Light, is Madonna! Oh!
Okay, that's almost like an allegory of sorts.
For the first time, the title...
Is that like a religious reference or like some kind of allegory? Looks like the Madonna.
Ray of Light is Madonna!
I just want to know who chooses the fonts for these things. They're always really bad. She just starts jumping. I think, even though I have only seen a few performances, this is definitely the most natural I've seen her look. She just looks like a human. She looks like she came out of, like, you know, her house and just decided to perform. Like, there's no gimmicks. The dance moves are a mood. That's me. Oh my gosh, Oprah, you're such a mood.
Seeing that she's trying to remember where it all went.
We have summoned my cat. Madonna's vocals are in fact angelic enough to summon my cat.
She's got herself a little piece of heaven, waiting for the time when earth shall be as one.
I'm gonna be honest, like, Madonna sounds flawless, but my favorite part of this performance is Oprah's reaction to the performance. She is such a freaking mood. You can tell she's genuinely just so into it. I don't know if it's genuine, but it seems genuine to me. Like, I don't know, she's just giving me the vibe of a lifetime. Her hair blowing in the wind, like, they tried to make it so dramatic. But it does kind of go along with the song, you know, ray of light going quickly. I'm noticing the background. There's all these fast-moving images, like sped up images, you know, fast-forwarded little movies. It makes sense. Opening up to those vocals. She looks like one of those things that are outside businesses. That was the note. She looks like she's having a spiritual experience with the music, which would make sense if you know kind of the context surrounding this album. Like, she had just gone through a spiritual transformation of sorts. Okay, this cat thing. My cat is still here. She went through sort of like a spiritual transformation of sorts. I'm getting so much of that energy in this performance, like the long hair, just the natural look, the very peaceful, calm, happy energy she has. You can tell she's kind of had a change of spirit. I mean, not that I know what her spirit was like before, but it seems like she went through some kind of change. I can't get over it. She looks like a... I love it. It's great.
In the sky at night, I wonder.
I'm sorry I keep pausing, but I'm also not, because you're here for my thoughts. And if you're not here for my thoughts, then why are you here? But she will do this little dance that she does, and then she'll stop everything and just get back in the zone with those vocals. It's just interesting to see, like, she lets herself go, she lets herself loose, and then she reins it back in, gives us the vocal performance.
Do my tears and mourn, sing beneath the sun. She's got herself a universe going crazy. For the thunder threatens everyone.
People in the crowd are me. She's even doing like the modulation of her voice. Like, it's this sort of Doppler effect kind of deal that she even is doing live, which is insane to me. Like, that note, I mean, come on. Come on, be for real, Madonna. Where was that? Okay, that's the I thought that was Madonna, but that was the synth. Passion, give me it. Album rolling in. Windmill arms. Sound insulting, but I don't mean it in that way. But you know when like a little kid does a performance for their parents or something, and like they're so proud of it when they're done, and they like dance or they like spin around, and that's what that was giving me. But obviously, like, it was not a little kid doing a stupid little performance. It was actually good. But Oprah's killing me. Wow. I can't with Oprah's reaction. That was legitimately my favorite part of that performance. I don't care. I know it was impressive vocally and whatnot. My favorite part was Oprah's reaction. So that was the highest register I have heard Madonna sing. Like, as far as live performances go, that was the highest register I've seen so far, which was different, very impressive. She's done a lot of the lower register stuff, but that definitely showed off a different side of her voice than I personally have experienced. Very impressed with the way that it literally sounded exactly like the recording to me. Like, there was not one single note that I didn't feel like sounded very exact to the original. I will say it was a little bit hard at times to hear her vocals because there was maybe like a vocoder or some sort of effect on her voice or just on the instruments that is part of the song, and I understand why it was there. It was part of, you know, making it sound exactly like the original song. But it was a bit hard at times to hear what exactly was her voice versus what was like the synth or like the effects. Either way, she was obviously still hitting the notes and sounded very powerful, especially toward the end. You really saw that passion coming through. But she really did make it look effortless at the same time. Like, you could tell that she was trying, but it just also looked so easy for her, like so effortless. She had almost a relaxed expression for most of that performance. She did not make it look as hard as it is to sing those notes and to sing that song. So again, getting the sense she's definitely kind of a naturally gifted performer, naturally gifted singer. Definitely saw her range in a new way. Like, again, I don't think you can say that Madonna can't sing after seeing that performance. I am going to make a vocal comparison here that I've been thinking and reflecting on for a while now, and it'll trigger some people because people always get mad when I like compare artists or like mention another artist in a video where I'm talking about someone, but it's not meant to compare them or pit them against each other in a negative way. It's just an observation I've made. But Madonna's voice really, really reminds me of Taylor Swift's voice and the way that Taylor Swift sings. I think they both have very similar ranges. They both tend to stay in the lower register of their voice as much as possible because that's where they're most comfortable. But at times you will see that power and that passion come through, and they will hit notes that you never knew that they could hit. But they kind of have to gear themselves up. They do the stance, you know, the head back or like kneeling on the ground to get that power up, to get their voice to those places. Both of them have those really pure, strong, clean lower registers, but they can get up to the higher registers as well. They may not do it as often. It may not come as naturally to them, but they both do that. And I have just been thinking constantly about how much Madonna's performance style reminds me of Taylor, and I know Madonna came first, and like, I am literally not trying to make this a deep thing. It's just an observation that I've made, and I would bet money that Taylor grew up watching Madonna, being inspired by her. So we're kind of seeing the person who came before Taylor. Taylor is obviously one of the biggest pop stars right now. Now we're seeing someone who kind of lit the way, trailblazed, as they say. She was definitely a lot more loose in this performance, a lot more energetic, looked a lot more calm and peaceful than in the recent performances I checked out of Bad Girl and Fever. Again, she just had this very calm, happy, content aura in this performance, and it does probably go back to whatever sort of spiritual transformation she was going on around the time of this album, and probably just the happiness and elation she had from releasing the album and being happy and excited that it was out and it was being received well. As far as I know, this album was very well received right from the get-go. So, you know, you release this body of work, you're so proud of it, and then people are receiving it well, which is sort of a high. It's like, it gets you really happy and really excited. So, yeah. She looked very content and just very peaceful. And just the difference in energy from, from Fever and Bad Girl to this was quite the contrast. Again, just kind of exploring the way she's representing herself, the way she's carrying herself, the way she's performing. This is all just commentary. I'm not saying it means anything necessarily. I'm just commenting on the performance. And I'm really impressed with the way that she was able to dance really chaotically and then just calm it all down, gain control back, and go into those vocals. Because me personally, if I was dancing that much while also trying to sing, like, I would not be getting those notes out. So I think that was really impressive. It does take practice and rehearsal and strength to do all those things. Let me read a couple of the comments. In the history of television, I don't think a studio audience has ever been this turn. Even Oprah was beside herself. You can feel the energy in this room. That's very true. I don't think I've ever seen a studio audience that intense, that intensely into the music all throughout the audience. Usually there will be one or two people in the audience who are going ham. That was like a spiritual experience for that audience. Definitely a really good point about, kind of her impact. Yes, this is the thing. The way she walks out like a regular person, smiling gracefully, not under or overdressed, and the laugh at the end. Those were the best bits. I totally agree. I forgot about the laugh at the end, but that was one of my favorite things. It was wild to me how she just went from that note into like this funny kind of laugh. Like, I don't really know how she did that. And again, the look she had, if you saw her out on the street, you would just assume she was a regular person. You would never know that was Madonna. She just walks out like, oh, hey, so casual. And then she performs that. So it was very interesting to me. Like, I kind of appreciated the lack of, gimmicks and props and different crazy outfits. I think if you can captivate an audience with not much, that's very impressive because it's hard to do. Yeah, people do say that this is her best vocal performance. Like, these are the notes that are among her best. Very impressed, I must say. I wish the video was in higher quality, but I don't think a high quality exists. But that was one thing I was like, if this was high quality, can you imagine how much more impactful it would be? But I'm so glad I could witness it a little bit, even if it was less quality. I don't know if I have that much more to say. I'm trying to think if there's more thoughts I had. That was mainly it. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was another short little cute video. Not trying to rush to the next video, but I do enjoy making these shorter videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Again, sorry, I'm under the weather. I'm not, 100%. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.